Today we are bringing it back to basics, and we are going to be talking about the steps that you need to take in order to start a business in 2022 and beyond. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's your favorite entrepreneur here, Sarah Nicole, and we are back with another video. And in today's video, as you see with the title and the intro, we are going to be talking about the steps that you need to take in order to start a business in 2022 or 2023, since there's only a few months left of the year. I can't believe how fast it has gone, but there's still time for you to start that business venture or that side hustle that you've been wanting to start, but you might just be stuck and you really don't know what those first steps need to entail. And this is a question that I actually get pretty often. Being a full-time business owner for the last 4 years now, you forget that there are a lot of people who are starting at step one and they need those foundational steps. And so I'm going to be giving you the things that I wish that I knew when it comes to the order of steps and things that you need to do in order to really lay a solid foundation for your business, because the foundation is going to be really the most important part about having longevity within this business venture or this side hustle. The first step is actually going to be doing some research. This is a step that many business owners and entrepreneurs actually skip. And this is something that I had skipped in the very beginning. And when I was starting out, I could have saved myself a lot of headache and trial and error if I had done a little bit more research on the industries that I was trying to get involved in. Now you're probably thinking, what does research even mean? How do you actually research when you're trying to start a business? You want to look at the market and the industry that you're in. Maybe you have a passion for newspapers, but you do some research and you can see that newspaper companies are dying off every single day in today's world. And so maybe that's not going to be the most profitable business venture for you at the moment. And so it's really important for you to do some research on the industry that you are looking to be a part of and to see, is it a growing industry? Is there still opportunity for innovation, for growth, for change? Is there still room for a lot of people to make a lot of money? Typically, when you look up an industry, you can see the market size, how large it is. Is it a multi-million-dollar industry? Is it a multi-billion-dollar industry? And what is it projected to hit within the next few years? If the number is expected to go up within the next few years, then that's how you know that there is opportunity for growth. The last thing that you want to do is be stuck with investing everything that you have into a business that is a part of a dying industry or market. So that's super important for you to do your research. You also want to see what other types of businesses are out there right now. One thing that I always teach my students is that it is extremely important for you to be unique and different within your business. You don't just want to be just another credit repair business, just another tax prep business, just another hair care business. What is setting you apart from the other people within your industry, from your competition? You want to have a unique selling point for your products and your services. And so it's important for you to do some research so that you are able to see what is already out there and where are the holes within the market. So if you line up 5 of your competitors, what are some of the things that they are missing that you believe would give the customers or the clients a better experience or even better results? And those are the type of things that you can start thinking about incorporating into this brand new business venture. So number one is extremely important. Do your research. Number two is a step that a lot of people skip, and I even skipped it in the beginning, and I wish I had done it when I first started, is to create a plan. Now, you don't have to have a super detailed business plan right at the front because things are going to change. But if you write down a plan, you are more likely going to be able to execute and achieve your goals. So you want to put all of your ideas down on paper. Again, this is of course not set in stone, so things can change, but this will help you when it comes to executing. It will also help you to have a business plan when it comes to funding and getting money for your business venture. So I'm not going to dive super deep into that in this video. I'll make sure I link something at the top for you if you're interested in business funding. But having a business plan right at the beginning is going to be super beneficial for you. I know that one mistake that I've made is that when I started a business venture, I did not do a business plan, and felt like I was all over the place. So a business plan can really help you organize your thoughts, organize your course of action. So it's going to contain things like the market research that you've done. You'll be able to map out your products and your services. How are you going to market to your target audience? Who is your target audience, and things like that. So if you can have that down and have a plan to follow, your startup phase is going to be so much easier than doing it without it. Now for step number 3, a lot of people will tell you that when you're starting your business, go ahead and get that LLC or corporation right away. And honestly, this is not legal advice, okay? But honestly, I would say to just hold off on that for a second. One thing that I always advise people to do is to do a little bit of market validation. Now, don't go launching an entire product or service without that business entity to protect you, but go ahead and put it out there. Start making videos and content on the topic that your business is on. So if you are someone who's launching a credit repair company, start doing a little bit of educating and marketing in that sector on social media and see what the response is from people. You can start to build up an audience and build up a little bit of hype before you really decide to commit to that one business idea. Because the last thing that you want to do is invest a ton of time and money into a business venture, and you launch it and you realize that is not what your current audience wants. And so that's why I always advise, before anything is really set in stone, just throw it out there for people to give you feedback on. Test the market, test your audience, ask questions, do polls, start talking about different educational topics and see if people are asking you questions or if they're engaging with your posts. Then you'll know that there is a need, there is a hunger within your audience for that information or for that product or that service. And then you can move on to step number 4, which is going to be to go ahead and open up your business entity. Now, your business entity is going to be the legal structure for your business. This can be an LLC, this can be a corporation, this could be a nonprofit. It varies, and you want to speak to an attorney if you are unsure the best structure for you, but you can contact your Secretary of State for you to actually apply for your business entity, whether it's an LLC or a corporation. And so that's going to be the next step. Now, of course, you want to choose a name which is intertwined with that step number 4. But when you are choosing a name, one thing that I want to tell you before you go and register with your state, make sure you are looking up if that name was already taken. Go on social media and look the name up. Go search if somebody has already trademarked that name. You can look up if somebody owns the domain to that name. Things like that. And you can also look up with your Secretary of State if somebody has an LLC or a corporation or nonprofit with that name already. So you don't want to spend the money to file an LLC or a corporation with the name that's already taken. So it's really important for you to do some research before you really decide on what you're going to name your business. But you want to find that name and then go ahead and file for your corporation or your LLC. Now, step number 5 is going to be to get your EIN. Now, you can get an EIN for free. There are a lot of services that are going to charge for this, but I'm telling you, it takes you 5 minutes to do. Go to the irs.gov website, fill out this short application, and you want to get an EIN for your business entity. This is going to operate pretty similar to a social security number, but for your business. This is going to help you separate the liabilities from yourself and your business. So your EIN is going to be your business's social security number. Not exactly, but it's kind of similar. But you will need that in order for you to move on to step 6, which is going to be opening up a business bank account. I will link a video in the description box about how to choose a good bank for your business, but you want to choose a bank and you want to make sure that you are getting the business bank account in your business name that matches your LLC or your corporation name. This is going to help you with making sure that you are not mixing the money between your personal money and your business funds that are coming through. So you definitely want to make sure that you open up a business bank account. Now, next, another thing that you want to focus on is making sure that your business has a business phone number, a business email, and a business address. Now, these are all things that you can actually get online for pretty affordable costs. One of the perks of having a business address is that when someone looks up your LLC, your personal address is not going to pop up. So you want to make sure that you have a business address. If you don't have an actual physical location, you can get something that is called a virtual address. And with your email, now people always get mad at me when I talk about this, but go and buy your domain and use your domain for your email so that your email says something like name@company.com instead of company@gmail.com. Using your own domain with your email address is going to make you look super professional, and it's going to make you look like you are a bigger company than what you really are, which is a great perception to have when you are trying to attract brand new customers and clients. And it'll also help you once you are ready to start getting some business funding as well. And then of course a business phone number, because you don't want your customers and clients blowing up your personal phone all times of the day and night, which will absolutely happen no matter how many times you put your hours on there, okay? So having a business line is going to save you from a lot of stress, and it's also going to help with that business funding process as well. Now, if you don't want to go and buy an entirely brand new cell phone, you can always do internet-based phone numbers like RingCentral or SmartLine by GoDaddy. And then after you set up these foundational things, you want to go ahead and dive into marketing and showcasing your business, servicing your customers and clients. Now, of course, there is so much more that goes into starting and running an entire business, but those are going to be some of the very important foundational steps when it comes to running a successful online business. That foundation is going to be everything. And the last thing that you want to do is jump into a business, start making money, and now you're having to backtrack and get your paperwork and things in order. So if you set these things up now, you are going to be so grateful. You are going to be thanking yourself in the future. I really hope that this was helpful for you. If you are someone that is looking to start a business venture or a side hustle pretty soon, definitely make sure that you are going through these steps. And if you are interested in business, finance, and entrepreneurship, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more content. And again, it's your favorite entrepreneur here, Sarah Nicole. I'm going to catch you on the next video.